Hey, so I still don't know how to like pronounce your name correctly, and I don't want to get it wrong and like have the whole reading be fucked up. I mean, it wouldn't fuck up the whole reading, but I'm just saying, Daima, Daima, Daim, Daima. I don't know. I really just. Hopefully that's not offensive to you. I really just, I just don't know. I've not a clue how to pronounce it. But your question is, how does Clarence feel about me? So, first of all, thank you for supporting the channel and being there last night for that long ass live stream. That was fun, and I hope you had a good time too. I'm grateful for all the support that, including you, have given me in the channel. So please keep doing that and tell your friends, and thank you. So okay, how does Clarence feel about you? Let's see here. Please forgive me for taking a while to get this out to you. I just had to like pass out last night. And I woke up today at 2 o'clock p.m. I was like, what? I couldn't even believe it was that late. Like, I really couldn't. Okay, so we have him working in a sort of direction that is, he's trying to find more in his life, and he's also working very hard at something. It could be like a new project or a hobby or an apprenticeship or something. But he's working very hard at it, whatever it is. And it could be you. Maybe you're the new hobby, But he's looking for more in his life. So maybe, okay, either he was looking for something more in his life and then he found you, or whatever the hobby is. Or he is looking for something more. But I feel like he already found it since he's working. It's like he found it and he's working very hard at it now. Like he found what it is and now he's like just about it, And it kind of does seem like it's you or someone else maybe. But because this is like flirting with someone or offering someone a connection, like, the beginning stages of a connection. So he's been disappointed in love, or he was rejected, or for some reason it's like a pattern. But I feel like he's hanging on to it even if it's disappointing. For whatever reason, it's disappointing. So I'm not really sure like what the situation is. If you know already that he feels kind of likes you a little bit, then this could be talking about you. But if you feel like, if he's dating someone else, this could be about them. But I'm not exactly sure if this is talking about you or him. Or I mean, you or another person. But we are asking how he feels about you. So I'm guessing it's about you. But for some reason, then there was disappointment, or there's some kind of reason that he's bummed out about it. Like, it could be that he's just like this is a pattern for him to date people like you, or to be in situations like this, and it's just like a thing that is repetitive and it isn't really exactly like good. But irregardless he has a lot of love for you, or a lot of potential love for you, Ace of Cups, and he's hanging on to it. Like, he's not letting go of it. He's not gonna like just get over it, and he wants to manifest something with you. So it's interesting because even though there's this disappointment, I'm going to see why this is here. What's the Five of Cups here for? So did he find out something about you, or did he find something out about your guys' connection? Like, you couldn't be together, you're long distance, or you have a boyfriend, or like just something he found out. The Sun's here, so it's like saying, he is something came to light and he needs to have strength about it. There's a Leo card here as well, also Scorpio, also Virgo. But if not those signs, like, it seems like he was very closed off about something, and then he found happiness because it changed. He found happiness because there was a big change or an ending of some sort. So it was like he found something out, he discovered something came to light, that he needed to have strength, involving something that he needed to have strength, because it was probably pretty hard to, to find out. Something coming to light, having to have strength about it, having to lean on his strengths. And then we have him being closed off a bit, not really taking any offers, or maybe this is what happened to him with you if you rejected him or something. And then there was happiness, but only because there was change and transformation and endings probably of some sort. So something in his life changed drastically, or some kind of relationship ended, or some kind of situation ended in his life. And so it transformed into something happier because that thing was, able to be cut off. So, you're like, all I did was ask how he feels about me, so I don't know what you mean. So let's get into feelings What? It's good. Go ahead. You're fine. My boyfriend's gonna walk behind me right now. It's just, he doesn't want to interrupt, and that's nice, but it's okay. You know, we're human. We got shit to do, so. Okay, so, basically, I think he does have feelings for you. It's just, like, so either that he's really, I don't really think this is a disappointment about you, but if you already kind of know that that is the case, then obviously you know that that is about you, but it seems more like, something, you know, he had to cut something off, or something was in his life before you, and then he kind of, like, found happiness with you, but feels an abundance of love is possible. I don't know exactly your guys' situation right now. Let me see if I can find that out, because, you know, it's a lot easier to find that out and not have to guess and go, well, it could be this, well, it could be that, you know. What is their situation currently? Something being put to rest, someone being indecisive, but they're waiting still. They're waiting, but they're not very emotional. They're not, like, giving you a lot of emotional connection or a lot of emotional explanation. They do have to make a decision. There is the Three of Swords. So I don't know if you guys already had a connection. It kind of seems like you didn't, because you said, how do they feel about me? But, you may have already had some kind of a connection, but if not, then this Three of Swords here could be talking about a past, you know, yep. Oh wait, that's not. Well, yeah, Six of Cups. It could be talking about a past relationship that, now is being brought to the surface for some reason, or just in his thoughts at least. But he's not very emotional about it, but it's something of a past relationship that he has to put to rest. So, but he's indecisive. I do want you to think about how he's not sure yet what he wants to do. You know, he's weighing his options, like, what do I, you know, what's more important, this or this, like, and he's just teetering. He doesn't know yet. So, and another two, he's being called to make a decision. He has to make a decision at some point. Like, this is up to him to make that decision. No one can make it for him. And it's not a very easy thing. You know, it's kind of a stressful thing. It's kind of, you know, weighing on his mind heavily. He's not really sure exactly what to do. But I think he is waiting. This could be that he's waiting for the ex-lover, or the thing that he had to put to rest. He could be waiting around for that. Kind of, like, behind the scenes, like, without anyone really knowing. Like, he may not even really want it to be that way, but it just is, because that's just how he feels. They just broke up, or they just ended, or whatever. But, this is so, like, mixed up. It could be talking about you as well. Like, you'll know which scenario fits for your situation better. I'm just throwing this all out there because I don't know exactly the situation. So, you know, I'm getting a few different stories here. So just whatever, like, fits for you, you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely me, that part, because this happened. Then you'll know kind of easier, like, which, you know, thing is you. Which scenario fits for you. So, let's use the romance angels, though, because then that can give us, like, more of a clear message about your guys' actual relationship potential. But I don't feel like, overall, if you just wanted to know, like, what he feels about you, like, I know that is the question, so obviously that's what you want to know. But, overall, like, I definitely see that he has feelings for you. It's just that I don't know if he's going to pursue you or his ex, or if it's, like, you he's pursuing, currently, or is, you know, wants to. But I do see that he does see there's potential there between you. So I wouldn't say that he definitely doesn't like you. I mean, he does, you know, there's something there. So let's see what's going to happen for you guys. Let's see what's between you in this connection, if there's anything. What is between them in this connection? What is between them? What do they have between them? What does this connection have between them? Separation, passion. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So again, I feel like you guys, one of you could have been dating somebody else before. And probably him. He could have been dating someone else before, and there's a separation, and then there's the meeting with you, and it's passion. Or it could be talking about, if you guys did have a past, it could be talking about, you know, there was a separation between you, and then you guys got back together, and it was, like, is more passionate than ever. So, obviously you'll know your situation better than me, but I feel like there is a separation of some sort that's going to happen, or is happening, or has happened recently. And then there's passion with a new person, and I don't see a new person. Either this is talking about his ex or your ex, and now you guys together, or it's talking about you guys breaking up and getting back together. It's not talking about like a new passion. So it's either you guys or an ex it's talking about. But I think it's talking, like, either way, it would be, to me, it seems to me as if the separation is, if you guys had a connection, the separation is between you and then you get back together and it's passionate, like more passionate than it ever was. Or it's talking about one of you or both had a relationship that you separated from and then got together and it was very passionate. So either way, at the end of it all, I see you guys kind of being together and having this passionate connection. Let's see where this is going, though. Pay attention to the red flags. Okay, the signs are cautioning you. So I don't know if you heard when I was doing the live stream, I was talking about a deal breakers list and a boundaries list. And so that's a good, you know, I would use that for advice, because when I say pay attention to the red flags, I feel like a lot of people are just like, oh, okay, so like it's gonna happen, so they don't think like, okay, no, but wait, what red flags, you know? Like, red flags are a big deal and they could really lead to something more dangerous later on. So, you know, I take it very seriously, and so I don't want to just tell you pay attention to the red flags, but yeah, you guys should have some kind of connection and just leave it at that. Like, you need to seriously pay attention to the red flags because they're important and they're cautioning you, like the card said. So I'm gonna give you like a little example of what it would look like to have a deal breakers and boundaries list, if you don't mind, because this is a very serious matter to me and I just take it personally. So I don't know how old you are, but I feel like a lot of people just don't really either know about these kinds of things yet, or they just don't care enough, or they just don't think, they've never experienced something so serious to where it's been like an important thing to them now. But I'm just gonna write something really quick. And this may seem kind of harsh, but I mean, it's actually very important, because just know that like certain things, certain behaviors that you experience in people, when you see those behaviors, like maybe it's a one-time thing, but a lot of times it isn't. And if it's a two-time thing, well, then it's probably not just gonna not happen anymore. Like, you see this happening, it's only gonna get more intense as you get to know the person, because they're gonna get more comfortable. And if you start seeing these things as a pattern, like, it's only gonna become more that way. So you just, like, you have to know that, like, whether or not you're willing to deal with that long term. So this is the deal breakers. Basically, you just say things that you would not be okay with no matter what. Like, this happens, then you're gone. This happens, then you're gone. Like, no questions asked. There's nothing that, like, it's not a boundary. It's not something that you can keep pressing on and maybe I'll let it go. No, you would not let it go, because it will just get worse, and you know that. Sometimes it's a one-time thing, but really, is it worth, like, trying to figure that out and experience it and get more emotionally attached to the person and then make it harder for yourself to leave? So those are mine. And then we're talking about boundaries. These are things that people can do and press on, and you'll know because it feels very uncomfortable. Like, someone does something, you're like, I'm not really okay with that. I'm not exactly sure what they did, but something, you know, so you just kind of have to dig deeper and figure out, like, what things you are not comfortable with. You have to start listening to yourself and start listening to what feels comfortable and what doesn't, and you'll know what your boundaries are. So these are things that you might not necessarily break up with them for and just stop talking to them altogether for, but it's something that you just take note of, and if they keep pressing it, it's kind of like, okay, they're not gonna stop doing that, so, you know, then you can decide, like, if that's gonna be one of your deal breakers, whatever the, you know, situation is, whatever the boundary is that they're pressing on. So these are just some that, like, you might not break up with them right away, but, like, there's things like disrespect, ghosting, flirting with others, secret keeping, hiding their phone. Like, these are things that you kind of are uncomfortable with, like, you kind of start to notice. But you might not just be like, oh, you're hiding your phone, I'm gonna break up with you. But you're like, why are you hiding your phone? That's kind of odd, you know? Maybe it's nothing, you know? Maybe it's nothing. But you start to see a pattern, you're like, that's kind of weird, you know? So it just triggers something, like, you just think like, okay, I'm kind of uncomfortable with that. Like, what does that mean? But those are just a few examples. But so yeah, I highly urge you to create your own list like this, or 2 lists, deal breakers and boundaries, so you know like what the red flags are, because it's going to be different for everybody and it's going to be different for you. So you know, yours is going to be different from everyone's. So you have these deal breakers and these boundaries, and when you start talking and dating and communicating with people, you know, that's a boundary, ouch, that's a boundary, ouch, or that's a deal breaker, not even gonna go there, you know? And you just have to like stick to these things because these things are very important. This is your list of boundaries and deal breakers. So I just wanted to give you that little tip so that you can pay attention to these red flags if they do arise, and you know what that looks like. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. Let me know how you feel about it, and come on the live stream tonight. I think I'm gonna go again tonight, so hope to see you there, and have a good night.